What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/news. Judge denies bail for Ghislaine Maxwell after she pleads not guilty in Jefferey Epstein sex crimes case. This is great news. Unfortunately, the trial is set for fricking June 2021. She's gonna get mutt by then. Yay, it's so far ahead, which is stupid. I get the system works slow, but that's far too slow for this high profile and important of a case. The right to a speedy trial. IIRC. A lot of times the defense wants to push the trial back further to give them more time to bolster their case, and for potential evidence for the prosecution to spoil, like eyewitness testimony. I was getting worried for a second. I was like, if they grant bail for a person who is in her position and tried to flee feds already, then we are already in the land of conspiracies. Yeah, same here. It's either she flees or suicides. Guess we get the latter. I still can't believe she committed suicide next week. I really hope something comes out of this. Narrator, it won't. Reminder to all victims of childhood sexual abuse, it was never your fault. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/politics. A conspiracy to steal the election. Folks. Alarms sound after postal worker reports removal of sorting machines. The removal of key equipment from post offices should be viewed as nothing less than sabotage, said one observer. I grew up in a culture of service, where every piece was to be delivered every day, and his policies, although they've only been in place for a few weeks, are now affecting the way that we do business and not allowing us to deliver every piece every day, as we've done in the past, said Carroll. I don't see this as cost-saving measures. I see this as a way to undermine the public confidence in the mail service. It's not saving costs. We're spending more time trying to implement these policy changes, and it's, in our offices, costing more over time. The excuse that this is for cost savings purposes is bullcrap. This is an attempt to effect an election where more people than ever will vote by mail. If the Democrats win, they need to be sure to deeply investigate Louis DeJoy. Men like him shouldn't be allowed to walk free. And keep in mind, folks, we definitely had election offices hacked by Russians. Trump's 2016 wins in at least 12 states were outside the margin of error of the exit polling. I am sure the Russians were just in there to verify adequate security was in place. Things right now are still too close for comfort. We have to make it a blowout, so that any tampering will be blatantly obvious. Donate like this is the last legitimate election. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/news. 3 Texas soldiers arrested in child prostitution sting near Fort Hood. How come the staff sergeant only got charged a misdemeanor? I bet he shut the frick up and didn't say anything and a lawyer helped his cause. www.youtube.com. He just wanted to kiss and hold hands. I'm going to hell for laughing at this. Ha. I met a 15-year-old girl on the internet last night. Turns out she's an FBI agent. How cool is that for someone her age? Quote. They should fire all the people in charge at Fort Hood already. Every time I hear something bad about a base stateside, it's Fort Hood. Tons of gang activity inside the base as well. Scour the posts about Vanessa Guillen. There's some military folks who were stationed at Fort Hood who have a lot of bad crap to say about the place. No one has anything good to say. Place is a greater crap hole and the army doesn't seem motivated to do anything about it. Maybe the army uses it as a garbage dump. You mean for things they want keep under the hood? Oh no, not Fort Hood. I always hear such nice positive things out of that place. Antoine is a motor transport operator with 4th Squadron, 3rd Cavalry Regiment. Hey, my old unit, Long Knife Squadron. Way to represent, butthole. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/news. Town votes to rescind license of NJ Gym whose owners repeatedly defy coronavirus restrictions. The right to get swole, get lifts in, and smash redcoats, brah. Thomas Jefferson. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all brothers should put no less than 3 scoops in their protein shake. That they are endowed by their creator with the right to a righteous pump among these are chest, arms, and back. Thomas Jefferson. 4 leg lifts ago, a bro am lifting. What's the point of living if you can't even deadlift? Benjamin Franklin. those who would sacrifice bench press for leg day deserve neither. Benjamin Franklin. Previously, Trumpetti said he and his partner think the borough is acting at the behest of Gov. Phil Murphy. Yes, hence why it's called an order. Geez, one of the gym owners mentioned in the article killed a student while drunk driving back in 2007. What an awful guy. Really shows he's not sorry. 6abc.com. The dude pictured Ian is one of the biggest douchebags I've ever met in my life. The guy is a real craphead. Somehow that comes across perfectly in his photo. Almost resembles Keemstar. Frick Keemstar. Guy claims government conspiracy, actually just neighbors tired of his crap. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/World News. Face coverings are now mandatory in the Republic of Ireland, and people who violate the law get a fine of €2,500. They're only mandatory in shops and other indoor settings. Where I live, shops already won't allow patrons in if they're not wearing a mask. Edit. Remove locations so that people wouldn't get distracted from the actual purpose of the comment. Talking about Ireland, not the states, mate. It's Reddit. They are always talking about the US. I like to play a little game. In any post not about America, how many comments on the chain of the top comment does it take to become about America? It's normally 2 or 3. I wish they would enforce this on the subway. What? They aren't mandatory on subways in Ireland or US. The only subways in Ireland are sandwich shops, which are technically mandatory for mask wearing. Big loophole in these mandatory mask laws. Medical condition. Yeah, there might be a few, but majority of them are liars. I swear we have a major increase of respiratory illnesses after they became mandatory. Probably should inform the CDC about this, in case it is contagious. Doctor's note will sort that, to an extent. If you have a respiratory illness severe enough to prevent you from wearing a paper-thin surgical mask, then you shouldn't be going out at all, to be honest. Firstly, if you get infected, you're almost certainly going to die. Secondly, if you're not wearing a mask, then you're a danger to others, regardless of the reason why. You're watching the Reddit news show. From r/Politics. Trump, who told Obama to resign after one Ebola death, calls 160,000 COVID-19 deaths fantastic job. Pointing out hypocrisy is fun and all, but don't think for a second Trump and his scummy supporters will have some kind of aha moment and snap out of it. Correct. Trump, the GOP and Cult 45 would have no standards were it not for double standards. I don't take any responsibility. The President of the United States said it. Look folks, we need to take this virus seriously. Please be safe and do your best. Trump, I have total authority. Also Trump, I don't take responsibility at all. And he also said, it is what it is. Trump said that 100,000 deaths would be a fantastic job. That's when America had like 40,000 deaths. So he's now 60% over his fantastic job goal. Yet he still says he's doing a fantastic job. What a blowhard. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show, and I'll see you tomorrow.